Oakley doke. Hello everyone. So today for World Watercolour Month I am going to draw and paint this little train. You right, doll?
Would you like coffee before I take
I've just made one. All
okay?
good.
I'll catch you a bit later.
Okay, drive safe.
Yeah, I will. Love you, bye.
Love you too, bye. Okay, so yeah, I'm drawing a train. A steam train, an old-time steam train. And it's going to be driving off a bridge. That's how we're going to do that. So I thought that's very abrupt and it would work with the prompt just nicely. So I'm just going to roughly draw in. That's like a frame around it almost. But then the barrel comes down here. Steam part. That. And then it sits on a little plinty thing. Don't need all the details, I just need to suggest it. So that goes there like that. It's got like a guard there. Like that. Oh, actually, no, that doesn't go like that. That doesn't, it goes this front ways. Like that. So it comes down sort of towards us. And then the grill on the train is just about there. Right. So I very lightly draw those in. Like that. Okay, and then he's got steps coming up here as well. That's obviously where the train driver climbs up. And they go down into there. And he's got a little step ladder up there. Like that. Don't need to do too much detail in there. And there's the window there. Like that. All right. He's got smoke coming out there as well. So I'll just do the billowy cloud up there. And that's his coal trailer there. Then there's a window there. It sort of comes around there like that. There's another window there. I'll leave little shimmers of light sort of. And all the little wheels going off into the distance. Well, you can't really see the little wheels. You can only see the mechanical bits at the sides of them. So I won't worry about that so much. Then these are the cabins that come along there. So I'm literally going to just do the windows going back off into the distance like that. And there'll be a couple of different coloured cabs. And then that all disappears off into the tree line behind. Right, now the bridge. So the bridge has collapsed just here. So that's how we're going to come up with the abrupt bit for the prompt. So I'm just going to do these lines coming off here, because then that goes off into the distance like that. And there's trees off here. The trees are over here. So yeah, this in the picture, it's not actually a broken bridge, but I'm making it a broken bridge because I thought, you know what, that would be fun. So why not? So I'm just going to have that there like that. And then I'll do that one broken there, that one broken there like that. So it all sort of disappears off. And I'll erase that bit of line there. All right. And I'll do the broken track there. Like that. Because you can't really, you can see the wheel on that side. I'll better draw that in. About there, just to suggest the wheels on the tracks. Like that. And then I'll have that one like that, a bit lower than the first one. like that, so it looks all broken. And so that will be the basic sort of shape. And then I've got to do the legs of what's remaining of the bridge about here. And then they go off into the valley below. And then trees down here. So there's a forest down there. Like that. And going into the distance, littler, littler. I might bring that one up a bit closer. Like that. Hello! How are you, doll? Yeah, I thought I was trying to think of what to do for the prompt, and I thought, you know what? All I could think of was a train bridge, a bridge collapsing. So yeah, here we are. Thought it'd be something different. I don't know how many people are going to do a collapsing train bridge for abrupt, but so how are you today? So I'm just drawing in all of the foresty bit there. Okay, this is all dark up here. So I reckon I can just about start painting. Really liking my sketchwork? Thank you. I love drawing. Above all else, drawing's my passion. Drawing is my absolute passion. That's a really big wheel, I've just realised. It's got a really big red wheel there. And then little wheels. I'm not going to do all of them. There's smoke coming out underneath there. Right, so I reckon we are just about ready. Whoops, where's my squirty bottle? There it is. I'm going to spray my paints. Spray all of my paints. Really liking your sketchwork. Thank you, doll. Thank you, thank you. All right, so clean my palettes, which I should have done, but I didn't. Yeah, drawing, I just draw and draw and draw and draw and draw for hours. So first, I'm going to do the background. I'm actually going to do the background. I'm going to do the sky and the trees. So, get me water, get me a bit of cloth to stick on my lap, and I'll do the sky, and then I'm going to get another bit of cloth too, because I'm going to need that to blot out where the smoke is. Okay, let's get into it. So first of all, wet my brush, and I'm going to wet the background, wet all of the background with a clean brush. Doesn't matter if I go down onto the trees, I've just got to cut around the train. Cut around the train, because I don't want to get too much colour on that. It doesn't really matter because it's all dark colours anyway. The roof's got white on it, but I'll try and leave that as the white of the paper. I can go into where the tree line is there. Righto. So I've wet the background. Now I'm going to I'll pick up that bead off the bottom there. There's a bit much water down there. When the water leaks down like that, that's called the bleed. So I'm going to grab my cobalt blue and I'm going to drop it in, and the sky is dark from top and then it gets lighter coming towards the ground. So I can go very dark at the top and then it'll fade back to a lighter blue as you come down towards the ground. And I'll lift off a little bit of that watercolour in a minute for the all right, so getting pale. I might darken that up a bit more. I think it needs to be a little bit darker at the top. So go dark at the top. Really dark at the top. And run that down, letting lighter towards the bottom. Alrighty. Like that. Take that right down into the tree line. All good. Right, and now I am quickly going to blot out with my cloth the smoke coming from the top of the train. And I'll pop some dark in there as well, just so you can see the grey coming from the smoke. All right. So that's that. Now I'm going to leave. Is my camera locked? Hang on. It is now. I wasn't sure if the lens was locked. Righto. So now I'm going to let that dry a little bit. I can start working on the trees at the bottom. So I'm going to go into that same blue with a bit of lemon yellow to make a tree green. And I'm going to just take that in. And it doesn't matter if it's softer up. It'll bleed up a little bit into the sky. It doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. And I'm going to take these trees pretty much underneath the train tracks, but I'll leave little snippets where the edge of the bridge is. Oops, sorry, Pippi dog. I've got the dog under my desk. And I'll add these greens. I'll add a few different greens. There's a big bush here. So I'll just bring those, they can connect in down together. This one in here. And then this appears off into there. Okay, take this green all the way over here, coming up beside the train. So in the actual reference photo, which is in the thumbnail, the bridge is fine. I just decided that I needed to make it so that it wasn't. So a bit of artistic license there on how the effects. So I'm going to go a bit of that cobalt blue again, a bit of that yellow. Make a stronger green, add a bit more blue to it, and I'll add some darker bits about there. So darker into the foreground, lighter into the distance, because in the distance everything seems to fade. So under the bridge is quite dark, so I'll cut around the edge of the bridge and the broken bits of the bridge, like that. I've just got to cut around that train track that I've got broken off there. Come down and around here. And these brushes are good because they've got good sides on them. So you can use the side of your brush or the tip for the fine stuff. So I'm just going to blob that on like that. Now go in, clean my brush a bit more, mix up some thicker green with the blue and the yellow, a bit more cobalt blue, a bit more yellow. And I'm going to darken up just this tree at the front. So just the effect of trees. The train's the focus, not the trees. So, and all of these little trestles have got detail in them. So I can do the trees coming down here in the foreground. Do them quite dark under the bridge. Again, cut in there. Whoops, I've got a bit on the bridge trestle, doesn't matter. Just leave little bits of light coming through. Right. And that's all solid steel, like that underneath of there. So I'll do that in a reddy brown, I reckon. Like that. Okay. Now I can see some dark under here. So I'm just picking away at the shadows and the darker bits under the bridge. Getting lighter towards the distance, or going almost bluer into the distance. So I might add a little bit more blue to the mix. So a bit paler off into there. I'll add a bit more blue to that. And do that off there like that. Oops, no, there's not enough blue in there. It doesn't matter, I can add some more now. There we go. Add a bit more blue to it. Off into the distance. Bring that down there. So it literally is just suggesting trees. Actually, I'll make that a purpley colour. So go blue and a bit of red. A bit of cobalt blue, bit of alizarin crimson, just into that the distant trees. In the distance they're purple, because the cooler colours to the distance. I'm just going to blend that in a bit, like that. And then I'll take that behind the train as well. So it looks like there's trees off in the distance. And that disappears off into the mountain, sort of. Do I take that? I might take that, actually. I might take that like that, because you can sort of see the hill in the distance. That doesn't need to be a smooth line, and it'll come right up to the cabin on the train. I'll drag that down, soften it and drag it to. So wet my brush and just drag that down like that, and do the same on this and drag it right down to the cab or the cabs. Righto, like that. Okay, drag that down. Let that dry. Leave it alone for a minute. Now I'm going to leave it alone for a minute, except for this bit. I'm going to just darken up the very top of that bit there. All right, now I'm going to leave that alone, and I've got to pop some grey in for the clouds, because the clouds have got a smoky grey. So I'm going to go a bit of burnt umber, a bit of cobalt blue to make a smoky, dirty colour, and I'm going to re-wet, clean my brush, clean water on my brush, re-wet the sky just there, and pop in that smoke, the dark colour, into there a bit, like that. So that'll give you the effect. There we go, drop that down a fraction. The smoky sort of effect. And then I'm going to re-wet this bottom one as well. Re-wet this one. Oops. And pop the smoke in. Oops. I might just blot that a bit. Lift up a little bit of it. Like that. Got too much water in there, so I can just touch that with the thing. Right. Like that. There we go. I'll have that smoke coming right down to the cab, the front of the train. Okay. Okay. Cool. Right. Now, I can let that dry a little bit and I can get into the solid colours on the train. So first of all, I'm going to get a smaller brush and clean my palette, have a sip of my coffee. Okay, have a sip of my coffee. Actually, I might work on the bridge and do that reddy brown. So I'm going to go a bit of, because it's a rusty looking bridge, I'm going to a bit of Caput Mortem and a bit of burnt umber. A little bit of Caput Mortem, a little bit of burnt umber. Dilute that down and take that all the way under here. Oops, I've got a bit of goobies. Bit of gooby. Got that off. It's on my brush. And take that off into the distance. Like that. I can cut around that tree. Take that right back into the distance. Like that. Righto. Then the top's all train sleepers, like it's all dark metal. A dark wet metal, dark wood, I meant to say. So I'm going to come down here, fill all that in, down onto the bridge. And then I'll add in, you can just see some of the, got to do that coming down a bit further, like that. There we go. And then take that down there like that. Oops, doesn't matter. Bit of green in there as well, not a problem. Take that right down into there. I thought that would have been dry, but it doesn't matter. That's definitely wetter there. Just take that down and block it in. Like that. So it does get darker. It sort of does get darker into the distance. And then I'm going to make it stronger. Caput Mortem, burnt umber. So a bit more Caput Mortem, a bit more burnt umber. There we go. And so it's the same colour, just less water, more pigment. So I'm trying to keep these lines soft, going off into the distance and getting smaller and smaller. Oops. I need to lift that one up a bit. Blot that out a little bit. I made a mess there. Oh, there we go. Oops, I dropped my thing. Just pick that up. There we go. And then drop that down so they get tiny, teeny, tiny. Okay. And then down the front of these. It's quite dark. Like that. And I need to see a side-on picture. I think they pretty much go like, they go in crisscrosses. I'm just going to go that one like that. And that disappears off. I'll do a strong line under there. With the side of the brush a little bit. There we go. And then between these, I'm going to drag that down because it's sort of shadowed under there. I'll add purples over the top as well, but I'm not doing that solidly into the bottom of the track. I'm just doing that like that. Righto. You can't see the other side of the bridge because it's all broken. Now, I've got to sort of do crisscrosses coming down here. It's like it's, the supports go like that. So I just do like little suggestions of crisscross. It gives you the idea. It doesn't need to be super duper detail. And then disappearing off, and I'll do another one there. There we go. All right. Now, the wood colour, I'm going to go a bit of burnt umber, bit of cobalt blue, which will make a grey. And I'm going to dilute that quite low, quite thinly, and take that along here. That disappears off into the distance like that. And then that one comes down there. So I'll do that. Goes back under there. All right. And I'm going to actually lift off a little bit of that. So get my brush, I'll get my cloth, and just actually I'm going to dab that off. Just down that bottom bit. I've got to leave a little bit. I'll darken up the bottom of it. Just darken up that. And then darken up the bottom of this. All right. Okay, and I've got to do the broken bit here. So that comes down there, and then I'll just make a lighter tone. Pop there, like that. Okay. Now for this little bit, I'm just going to try and lift off. Green's very strong. I can't really lift it, but it's coming a little bit. I can actually put a bit of white pen onto the reflection there. I'm just going to make up a very diluted grey. Do that across for the, oops, should make it a bit thicker than that. A bit thicker. For the beams between the train. Like that. As they sort of go across like that. And then really darken up this bit. Like that. And really darken there. Like that. And darken up that bottom bit there that comes right down here. All right. And then darken that. Right. We're getting there. I've got to darken up the underside here. The bits that are right in the dark. And the undersides sort of like that. Like that. Smaller into the distance. Alrighty. And then that's shadowed there. All right, I'm leaving that alone. Leave it alone now and get onto the train a little bit. The train's going to be fun. A bit excited about the train, got to say. So I'm going to go in with some Payne's Grey. It's quite diluted to begin with. And take that down. Front here and onto the gas part of the engine. I'll try and cut around that bit because I want that's sort of a goldy colour. Leave that little white bit under there. Love the drawing process. The drawing process is so cool. I'm going to leave little snips of white where there's highlights. It's actually got a flag. There's a flag on. I might leave that as a white. There. Dilute that down. Taking it back off into the distance. So it's very diluted. Back to here. Start to fill in different parts of the train. Actually, I will take that down there, diluted. All right, like that. And those steps. And it's actually darker here. So I can do all different strengths of grey for the colours around. Come around there. That window's got blue. So I'll just cut around the edge of the window. Come down the front of the cab of the train or the engine, like that. Right. So it is actually dark. Coming down here, I'll leave the lights because they're white or they're silver. Come down there. And then I'm going to do the grey, but I'm going to leave gaps between. So this is just the very first layer. Oh, I've got a puppy dog trying to jump up. And there's actually a little thing there that I think they use to bump the train around. Take that into there. And same, that comes up here. Daisy, what? It's my little dog, my daughter's little dog, trying to jump up on my lap. Hello, Doo-Doo. Little Daisy Doo-Doo. All right. And you can see the wheels underneath. Oh, Bear. Now I've got two dogs trying to jump up on my lap. Got Bear and Daisy Doo-Doo. Oh, come on. You're all right, little stinky breath. All right. So now I'm going to go a little bit darker. I'm going to put that in the next little bay on my palette because the front here is quite dark. got to be careful. I don't want to lose. I don't want it to look flat. I want it to look three-dimensional. So it's going to take a little bit of work, a little bit of fiddling, and then he's got like little horns here, I think they are. Like that. Come back around, this side is dark. Like that. So I'll just blend that out a bit. Like that. Then it's very dark down here. Sort of disappears under there. What are you chewing on, Doo-Doo? So I'll darken this side and then lighter onto the right-hand side. So what I'll do is put it on darker there, and then I drag it out to soften any hard lines, even though it is a metal object with lots of hard lines. And I'm going to darken under these steps and leave the lighter grey, like the highlight, like that. And same on this side. Darken between, so that lighter grey is the top of the step. Like that. He's actually got two little rows of steps going up here. Same thing, filling in between the steps in the darker colour. And then I can take the really dark grey back into there, going back towards the back of the train, because that's all in shadow, going down there like that. And we're starting to get a little bit of a 3D look. Starting. All right. And this train has actually got, where it's all been welded, spot welds or bolts, I'm not sure, they might be spot welds or bolts, going around the front of the train. This is supposed to be all about the train crashing, but I'm just having so much fun doing the detail of the train. It's so fun. Because I love doing objects like this. I love doing trains, aeroplanes, cars, all sorts of stuff like that. I find it lots of fun. I've done lots of ships and things over the years. So, yeah, things like this, objects like this, I really enjoy trying to paint. I'm generally a wildlife artist, believe it or not. Wildlife is my main thing. But I am trying to vary and get into all different things. So I'm going to drag that up in the shape of the tank on the front of the train. And then same here, I'm going to drag it down. So that gives that sort of rounder look. Like that. Drag that up and that down. There we go. I'm going to create like a shadow. I've got to wet the paper just under here on the front. Here. I'm going to wet the bottom front part and drop in some more of that grey. Sort of let it run around. I'll pick up the excess. Got a little bit too much water in there. Come on, pick up. There we go. And then drop in strong pigment around there. Drag it, whoops, drag it round. Like that. All right, and then I might leave it for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to wet into this bit. Drop a little bit of grey in there as well. Like that. All right, now this bit down here is red, but I'm not going to do that yet. Actually, I've got to put a bit of water in there and a bit of the grey. Excuse my puppy noises. Puppy! She's like, I want attention. It's all about me. Come around there like that. Daisy do, and I'm going to make this window, the edge of this window blue. Hey, Boopa. Oh, it's Pippi. Goodness gracious, my dogs have gone rogue. I'm going to drag that little bit of blue down onto the glass there. Like that. Drop a bit more blue in there maybe, because that's reflecting the light from the sky pretty much. And I'll make a deep dark purple with indigo and a bit of red. Oh my goodness, puppies. They've decided to play under my desk. Hey, April, can I get you to come and take the dogs? Thank you. So I'm going to use this purple. Thank you, Boogaloo. Because they're awesome, but they get very loud. All right. Oh, and I've got to do the back of the cab because this is still. So I'll come down here, leave a little spot for a window. There's a door at the side of the train there. It does get very dark towards the back of the train. So I'm just going to drop a bit more of the grey in just down there. And down there. Like that. Oops. Got a bit of an angle there. I need to straighten that. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. And the roof is green. So I'll let that dry a little bit. I'll just pick up that bead off the edge. Like that. And I've got to now I'm going to do the red. I'm going to go from a bright red. So I'm actually going to go from Scarlet, my Daniel Smith Scarlet. I reckon. We'll go Daniel Smith Scarlet. Because it's got bright red coming down here. And that's like the cattle bit. Like that. And then there's a thick line at the top. So pop that thick line in. Like that. And then there's one at the bottom. Like that. All right. Now I'll go a bit of pure pigment. Oh my goodness. The dog's bashing on my door. They're like, let us in. Okay. And I've just realised that between these grills you can actually see, you can't see anything on this side, but on the left-hand side you can see the trees. So I don't have any of my tree mix left, so I'm going to mix up some more. Bit of blue, bit of yellow, bit of cobalt blue, bit of yellow. Oh my goodness, puppies. And I'm going to pop that in behind the red here, just gently, carefully. Oops, dilute it right down. Like that. Just so that that's in behind the trees. Then you can't, then on this side it's sort of more or less shadow. It's the grey of the train. So on this side I'll pop the grey of the train. Like that. All right. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm liking it. So far, so good. So far, so good. Now, got dark coming down here. That's the very front. Same on that side. The bottom there, like that. All right, now I've got to pop this red into the front wheel because this big wheel is red. So pop that in there, just suggest the wheel. Like that. Then there's a black bit coming off it, but I'll do that in a minute. And then the rest of the wheels are dark. So the rest of the wheels will be easy peasy. But I can see all the mechanics of them sort of going along. I should just block them in. Like that. Sort of. There we go. Like that. Oops. Take them down a bit. Okay, I'll tidy all that up in a minute. But I'm just blocking it in now. Then this cab is red. So go back into my Daniel Smith red. And pop this on there because this cabin, or what do you call these things? The back of the train part, the bit that connects on. The first cabin behind the main steam engine is red. And then that goes there like that. Stops about there. Going back off into the distance, and I'll just drag that red down like that. Cool. Take that bead up there. Then the next one is orange. So I'll go into my red orange. Grab a bit of that. And take that like that. All right. Then the cabin behind that is green. So I'll go for your olive green, I reckon. Pure olive green. It's a beautiful colour. So I'll take that into there. And actually all these carriages right back are that green. Like that. There we go. Oops. Okay, so I clean all the moisture off my brush, pop the tip of my brush in, and that just picks up that excess moisture in the paint that I've put on already. So drag that where that carriage is a little bit, needs a little bit of green on it. Disappearing off there, like that. And I'll do even darker for the windows when I get to that. Right. So yeah, I'll put the shadows in for the windows. This has got blue in the glass. Clean my brush. Go cobalt blue into this glass here. Like that, because it's reflecting the light. Take out the excess moisture. I just go back in with my damp brush and sort of lift it off a little bit. All right, now a bit of a stronger red. I reckon I might go alizarin, a real deep, strong red. Lots of pigment, not a whole lot of water, because I've got to do the details sort of around the top. And anywhere that's slightly darker on this. So the front of this is actually darker, so I'll just darken this up. The very front, like that. So it doesn't look so flat. That. And now onto this front wheel, because you can see the backs of the spokes. About to go live also. Oh, cool. Hello. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, Dale. I shall pop by. I hope you're having an awesome weekend, mate. Right, and I've got to darken up behind this wheel. I don't know whether you lurk on on YouTube, but I'll lurk in your live. That's what you do on Twitch. I call it lurking. So I'll do that. Okay. Got to sort of do the fronts of the wheels, not the connecting rods that sort of connect them all. And then darken up under the top, just sort of in the shapes of the wheels almost. Like that. So I'm just suggesting the wheels in it. There's not really any detail in them, but your mind will think, oh, they're wheels. That's the plan, anywho. Wonderful perspective and quite busy weekend. Yeah, we lurk here on the tube too. Okay, good. Awesome. Yeah, the perspective's fun. Hard, but fun. I'm really enjoying it, doll. And I do love trains, so that helps. I love these beautiful old steam trains. They're gorgeous things. So I'm having mine crashing off a bridge or about to crash off a bridge. I couldn't bring myself to do it actually falling. I've just got the broken bridge here. I'm going to darken up around the front of the cab here. I should make it a purple. I'm going to add a bit of blue. Add a little bit of blue and a little bit of red. Make it more of a purpley grey. Can't really see it, but I know it's in there. And it's going to darken up this part a little. And then leave it. And darken up just underneath. We've got sort of rims going around. Like that. There we go. I don't want it to go too heavy, because if I go heavy, I'm going to ruin it. I've got to try and get this shadow up here a bit more. In the shape of the roundy bit. Okay. And then that needs to be darker. That top bit that's sitting on the steam bit. Darken that. And then this side has a flag on it, so I'll just pop a red blib in for the flag. Little red blib into there. Like that. Just show that there's an emblem there. Put one in there for that. And then that is gold. That's the light on the front, so I better pop the light on the front there. So I'm going to get just a yellow. Lemon yellow. Beautiful. Except I've got blue on there, so it's green. So we want lemon yellow. We don't want green. So I'm going to go lemon yellow. Oops, excuse me. And then for these little lights, they're actually dark, but I'm going to artistic license pop some light on them. Like that. Okay. Looking good. Okay, let's have a look. So now I'm going to go a dark green. So I'm going to go a dark, clean my palette. Dark green. Bit of indigo. I love indigo. Who doesn't love indigo? Grab some more indigo. And I'm going to really darken up this green because I want to pop the windows in on these cabins going into the distance. Like that. And then I can do like the bottom of the cabs. Like that. So they're literally just suggested. Hello, Zargo. How are you, doll? Hello, hello. Okay, and then I'm going to go a dark red, almost a purpley colour. Under here. Like that. Yeah, lots of fun. I'm having lots of fun. It's a fun prompt. It's definitely a fun prompt. Going a little bit mad. Mad's good. Just going to darken up the shadow windows. Can I see any windows in that one? I can only see the side one. Has he got a window there? He sort of does. He has one here. I forgot. That's all right. I'll pop that in now. Oh, good. Thank you. How about you? I'm awesome. I'm very happy. I'm always happy when I'm arting. I'm just going to pop in, just suggesting the wheels. I'm not even doing the wheels. I'm just sort of pretending they're there. And I'm going to make a real shadow colour for underneath here. So I'm going to go blue indigo and a bit of red. What have you been up to, doll? Bit more indigo. Make it real dark purple. Real dark purple, right there. And go real dark underneath. Sort of want that to disappear under there. Like that. You can see that wheel, so all right. I reckon I've got to, how am I going to do that? So I've missed the roof there, so I'm going to pop that like that. But yeah, I'm awesome. Thank you, Dale. I've been doing lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of drawings and paintings. I've been trying to ride the horse. She was a bit too eager though. Oh gosh. Yeah, eager's not fun. Eager's not fun. All right, so now, have I got, I don't own True Dark. I've got, actually I do, I've got a Payne's Grey. I'll use my Payne's Grey. Get that off my palette. It's a beautiful Payne's Grey, this one. Yeah, when they're eager to go, gosh, that's it can be a bit of a handful, especially the larger breeds, because they know their strength. I'm going to get some of these details in now. Around here. Like that. Oops. Come out onto the cab there. Leave a little gap between. Went bareback and I was getting on from a table and bench seat in the forest and she stepped back. Oh no, I don't want her with us. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I used to have to do that and find tree stumps and stuff. I hated getting off because I don't bend very well, so getting back on was horrible. As soon as I was on, she walked off. Yeah. How lovely though. So how's the weather over there? How's it been for you? So I'm just going to darken up this bit. It's a wiggly place to sit. Yes, it is a wiggly place to sit. Actually, another choice for today, because this is abrupt, I was nearly going to paint a person falling off a horse, because that's an abrupt way to get off. I got her to stop, but as soon as I moved to scoot back, she took off again. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to darken that bit there. It's like a triangle that sort of supports the front of the engine, like that. All right. And then I'm going to darken up under here and into there. I put green in there before, but I'm going darker. I think it needs to be darker. So I jumped off. Falling off is a fast way. Yes, the shortcut. You don't want to take the shortcut down. Done that too many times to mention. Way too many times to mention.
I'm heading down to the riddle.
Okay, Bug. Drive safe. Okay, so I'm just going to darken up the wheel. She's going to pick up her friend at the train station. Now, there's actually, they've got those things that come across the wheels. I'm just going to sort of draw it in like that, just a solid line. Because there's actually a couple of little lines and it sort of connects like that. Like that. So the mechanics of the wheels. My friend's Haflinger Icelander Cross found some special good grass a bit down. Oh no, she fell off head first. Oh, you didn't. My daughter's little pony used to gallop at the fence and then put its head down and stop. So she'd piff off over its head into the fence. And it did it deliberately. It was a cunning little thing. Funny, but cunning. But yeah, to take off and bolt towards the fence and then put its head down right at the last second. So she'd fall off over its head. Ponies have a sense of humour, an evil sense of humour, I think. All right, so I'm going to, whoops-a-daisy, drag that round like that. So I'm having a quick look. The big screen. I think I need to darken that bit up too. I need to darken up down here. Like that. Just that bit. Darken up that bit. Righto, I reckon we're getting there. We're not far from being done, I don't think. So I've got to do these shadows under this bridge. So I'm going to use this same purple colour. Coming down here. So it might wet the paper first a little bit and then drop it in. Like that. I wrote an ancient Welsh shetty mix years ago. He was 32 and he would just disappear from under you. Yes, they're so quick, the littler they are. Yeah, the one my daughter had was a little Welsh mountain. And, oh, my God, it was fast. It was ninja fast. I'm just going to wet between these pillars and then drop the paint in. Like that. I should drag that down actually at the back, just the back part, not all the way. I don't want it to be solid, like that. And then the same for here. Oh, my dogs are trying to get, actually I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to wet the whole thing because it's dry. So I can just wet the whole thing and leave gaps. That, pick up the excess at the bottom. My bear wants to come in. Do you have the kind of train bridges in Australia? We do. If you Google whatchamacallit, what's it called? Puffing Billy has bridges like this. And it goes through the mountains and above the top of the mountain range. It's just gorgeous. But I mean, this is obviously a European train. This one's obviously not. I just found this on Unsplash or Pixabay, one of those, to do this reference because I didn't have any train photos. But we actually have a beautiful old steam engine in town here that just travels the tracks on weekends. And sort of drives the tourists around, and it's quite beautiful. And you can I love when it sounds its horn. You hear it all over town in the morning. Usually on a Sunday morning, it wakes you up. But yeah, Puffing Billy, I went on it heaps as a kid. But yeah, if you Google, it's one of Australia's oldest trains, and it's gorgeous. Right. Okay, having a quick look. I've got to do darken up underneath. So I'm going to go a bit of indigo, a bit of red, to make a shadow colour. Bear. Okay, you can come in, Bear. Hang on. Come on, in you come. You can come in. Come on, quick. There we go. Bear's in. We got no mountains here, so we don't have this type of train bridge. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Dandenongs, Puffing Billy's in the Dandenongs, which is quite a decent mountain range. There's a gorgeous train in Tasmania. Oh, my God. And it's the only way to get to one part of the country. And it's a train bridge through the rainforest, and it literally drives along the side, above the forest and along the side of a cliff, and it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I've never been on that train, but I do want to do it one day. I think we'll go to Tasmania not too great a while. We rode one in Sault Ste. Marie, Canada. Oh, nice. Scary height, yes. Canada does mountains really well. Canada knows how to do big, high things. Definitely. Definitely. It's one place I would love to go one day. My son-in-law's Canadian. And his family, beautiful people, they're Canadian. Most of Canada is flat. Okay. Hello, Lisa. Hey, you know? I'm just going to do these little dots along here. Like that. Saint Marie. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm having a quick look. I've got to redo this smoke up here. I'm not real happy with it, so I'm just going to get my brush wet. And just drop that into that smoky area. Grab a bit of my smoky grey colour with a bit of brown, a little bit of brown in it, and drop that in. I just need to strengthen up some of these areas of smoke. They spell it weird, yeah. I couldn't pronounce it. I couldn't actually pronounce it, so. All right. So how's your day been or weekend been? Hope you're having a lovely one. That just strengthens up that smoke nicely, and I'm going to do a bit to the top one as well. I think a bit to the top one. Got to be careful. I don't want to overdo it. I've got to try not to completely overwork it. So I'm going to go up there, drop a bit more of that shadow grey into here. Who, me? Yeah, how are you going, Dale? Yep, you. How's your weekend? No, you, Lisa. Get my second vaccine tomorrow. Oh, nice. It's going to be nice to have it done with. Yes, absolutely. I get my first one this week, and I'm so excited just to have it over and done. Get on with life. I'm so excited. I'm the same. I get mine on Thursday. It's got to darken up some of these shadow areas. So these little horns that are there, be careful, because now if I do too much I'm going to wreck it. It's a relief after you're done. Yes, oh my gosh, I can imagine. I'm so excited just to be able to not worry. I'm excited. And I've got to really darken up this side. Oops. Payne's grey. Where are you? There. I'm just hoping I can get in and get my second vaccine quickly, because I booked my hubby and I in at the same time. So we're going to go into the city and get that. So that'll be good. Make a day of it. Feels weird to go shopping with no mask. Yes, gosh, we're still wearing masks. We've just had another massive outbreak. So we're all still wearing masks. I don't know that I want to. I like not having to wear makeup. I actually quite like wearing a mask now. So it's actually, it's liberating, because you don't have to, you don't have to put makeup on. You don't have to care, It's sort of more private. I quite like it. Because I'm a hermit and I'm a bit of a recluse, so it's actually, I quite like it. It's almost like shopping with no pants on. We stop wearing masks and talk about a mind freak. Yes, oh my God. I don't want to. I think I'm going to, well, I haven't had a cold. I haven't had a cold in 2 years because of wearing masks, so I think I'm just going to keep wearing one. I'm going to be like the Japanese people and just wear one and not get colds ever again, I think. That's where I'm coming from. I like it. And you get the thinner ones that they're still protected, but they're just a little bit thinner because I fog up because I've got glasses. But yeah, I'll probably always wear one now, I think. I've got a collection of them. We had like 7 cases of the flu in this past winter. It was insane. Oh God. Yeah, I haven't had a cold in 2 years. Since I've been wearing a mask, nothing, which is awesome. Because I usually get at least 2 colds, at least. But I've had nothing. And that's the only difference. All right, so I'm just going to darken up that little bit there. Get me grey in. And I reckon I'm going to leave it shortly. I reckon this is going to be just about done. I've got to get a stronger red into the wheel. I don't want it to just be looking flat like that. I'm going to go into my crimson. Flu doesn't like masks, clean hands and distance, it seems. Yeah, we do all of the above. All of the above. Got me sanitizer in my car. It lives there now. All right, so I'm just going to make these a bit varied. Come around that window. Down the front of the train there. Darken up that bit. It's a bit potent here in the summer though, yeah. Yeah, see, we're winter now, thank goodness. I love winter. Definitely love winter. So I've got these back cabins, I've just got to pop a little bit of a different tone in there just for interest's sake. So I'm going to go, so they're not so flat looking. So just go a bit of a stronger tone towards the backs of the cabins. And then blend it out a little bit. Just makes them look a bit more three-dimensional. I used it last time. Gets hot in the car. Oh, God, yeah. I used it last time I went and picked up bunny feed and I had to air out the car and stand outside for a bit before I did dry. Oh, gosh. Okay, so I'm going to go a bit of this orange and darken up the back of this train carriage. Just there. And I reckon this is just about done. Not far from being done, I don't reckon. Not far at all. I could fiddle with the trees more, but I don't think I want to. Just got to darken that bit there because that's that other wheel at the front on the inside. So, Mrs., how much did you drink today? Nothing? I just sniffed 3 mils of hand sanitizer. Oh, no. No. You're funny. Yeah, don't be sniffing the sanitizer. Vaped. Yeah. Goodness gracious. You're a wild child, Zarg. I quite like that. I think I quite like that. And I think I'm going to call it, you know. I reckon I'm going to say that's done. What do you guys reckon? I reckon it's done. Do I need any white on it? It does have a bit of white, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I've left white of the paper for the train tracks themselves. Oops, Daisy, as my focus goes all weird. I left the white of the paper just here. I might just pop a little bit colour just there. Looks good. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. So, I reckon, oh, should I do? No, I can't really because that side of the track's broken away. So that's why it's got one side. Cool. So I reckon I'm going to sign it and I'm going to call that done. Then I'm going to go and hang out with old mate Anthony who's about to stream at Grayscale Painting, because he's an awesome artist and I love watching what he does. So I'm going to carefully get this off. Try not to tear it. Yeah, there we go. That's one down. It was lots of fun to do something like, because I do lots of animals. Yesterday I did a person, which turned out really good. I'll show you my person. Hang on. Yesterday's prompt. Oh, my ear's ringing. Yesterday's prompt was hushed, so I painted her. So I did a little people portrait of a little girl going shh. So that was fun. So that was yesterday's watercolour. So I'm trying, and I did, or the day before that, I did these hands. So I've been trying to look a little bit into doing a bit more varied stuff, trying to get outside my comfort zone. Got to feed my pets. I might pop by Anthony. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. It was lots of fun. Yeah, Grayscale should be on. He'll be coming on very shortly. He popped in just before and said he was about to go on. So yeah, I'm trying to get outside my comfort zone. And I'm really loving it. Maybe I'll go say hi. Cool. So there we go, guys. That is for the prompt, abrupt. So he's going to abruptly fall off and crash his train off a bridge. So anyway, thank you so much for hanging. Oh, my hair's gone all weird. Thank you for hanging out, guys and girls. And yeah, awesome to meet you, Lisa. Thank you for popping in. And Zargo, thank you for hanging out, Dale. And everyone who's been in and out this morning, you guys and girls are a world of awesomeness. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next prompt. I have no idea what the next prompt is. What is the next prompt? I'm just going to look it up while we're sitting here. What is the next prompt? The next prompt is ripple. Ooh, water. Ripple. I don't want to do just water, but I guess I better. Thanks for streaming. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Anyway, take care, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow or when I'm looking at you. Have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. And I'll catch you after.